Hello and welcome to Woke Watch, an ongoing series of videos where I find the most insanely woke stories on the internet and then together we pick them apart. Or at least that's what I usually do. But yesterday I read an article which is so off the scale woke, it sort of unravels itself. I haven't even made notes because I won't need to. In fact, I don't even know why I'm recording this video. I could just put the title of the article up on the screen there, and then I wouldn't need to be here. You could just chat amongst yourselves. Our story takes us to Palm Springs, California, USA. And California is getting a reputation for being the wokest place on earth. Although, let's be fair, it wasn't going to be Saudi Arabia. But the Council of Palm Springs voted unanimously on a new piece of legislation which states that transgender and gender non-binary people should be guaranteed an income for a minimum of 2 years. Now, there are limited numbers of places on this scheme, but if you're watching this in Palm Springs, go onto Twitter, change your pronouns to they, them, and by the time you've finished updating it, the government will be shoveling money through your letterbox. However, one member of local government objected to the scheme, and that's the mayor of Palm Springs. And the interesting thing is that she is the first transgender woman to hold that office. So surely, if they're passing legislation affecting transgender and non-binary people, and a trans woman is shouting, "Hit the fucking brakes, this is going too far," surely that should set off alarm bells. Because as we know, we're in a global crisis where inflation is going up much faster than wages. We're all getting poorer. And it's not going to look good on the council when the residents find out they've been giving their tax money to RuPaul's mates. The council have explained it's important that these people are given money because of the history of oppression of trans people and to show that they're an inclusive society. Now, I would pay good money to watch one of these councillors explaining that trans people are oppressed, therefore they deserve reparations, as it were, to an African American working 16 hours a day just to keep food on the table, telling him that trans people are oppressed when his ancestors came over on the fucking slave ships. And imagine trying to explain this situation to someone who wasn't from the progressive Western world. Say someone from Africa, explaining to this guy who stood here with me, okay, these people here, they're being given taxpayers' money because they're special. You see, that man there, he identifies as a woman, so he pops his cock between his legs and wears a dress. Then next, you see that woman there, who's clearly a woman because she's got breasts and a squeaky voice. Well, she doesn't think she's a woman or a man. She is gender non-binary. She's male and female and both and neither. And then the last one here, that man there, well, he had his breasts cut off and he's still got a vagina. They think I was fucking insane. And what should the trans and non-binary people be doing with the money bequeathed upon them by their local council? Well, I think they should be spending it on martial arts lessons and bulletproof vests, because there will be a backlash. We already know there's an increase in violent attacks upon trans people, and for all that I say, that's fucking terrible. No one should be physically attacked because they don't fit societal norms. But the problem is, some people are going to be pissed that their taxes are being given away to these groups of people. There are others who are going to be fucking incensed. Mouth-breathing, troglodyte Bible bashers. The guys who didn't finish high school, but they own AR-15s. And the same guys will go on eBay and buy bump stocks for their AR-15s, turning them effectively into M16 assault rifles. And this is a fucking horrible thing to say, but I can see it happening. There'll be a trans pride parade, and a couple of these guys are going to light it up fully automatic. Well, it was okay to do it. They're an abomination under guard. And this is wokeness at its finest, because it's taking a problem and trying to improve it in a way which I'm guessing is going to make the situation much fucking worse. And more often than not, when I'm making a Woke Watch video, I'll say that all groups have toxic minorities who fuck it up for everyone else, them and their allies, and the trans community are terrible for this. They've got so many members, and again, it's a minority, but members who just want to be victims Their whole existence depends on being portrayed as the most oppressed people in the world. But now these same people are going to be oppressed but spending other people's money. And let's be blunt, if I put on a wig and said my name is now Disgruntled Danielle and I went uptown demanding people give me money because I'm oppressed, I'm a victim, and they'd reply, well, I've done nothing to you, to which I would counter, well, you're part of the society that does it, I'd expect to get punched in the face very quickly. So I'll wind up this somewhat chaotic video by saying again, the council voted through this legislation. The only person to voice any opposition to it was the one person in the position to speak about it, the first ever transgender mayor. But they ignored her. And that is perfect toxic wokeness. They take a problem and ignore anyone who doesn't agree with them, even if that's the only person who can honestly speak out on it. I'm going before I get upset. As ever, thanks for watching. Fucking ugh. Watch. And the birds have joined in. I fucked that up. I would pay good money. I'd pay good money, which the Palm Springs Council would then just give to the non-binary people. That's terrible. No one should be physically attacked because of the way they look. Except hipsters. Those fuckers deserve it. Already. Fuck off. Story takes us to Palm Springs, California, USA. Let me put it this way. Oh great, there's some cunt with a lawnmower.